Hey guys, I'm going to do a short review of the Vortex Viper PST 6x24x50 rifle scope. I picked this up about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and actually wanted it for a project I'm working on, Remington 700 6.5 Creedmoor build that I'm going to be putting together, and needed a good scope for it, and I thought this would work pretty good for what I'm wanting out of a scope. It's a pretty decent scope. Bought this off Amazon. Paid 700, and I think it's 739 plus a little bit of shipping cost, and I can't really complain. It's a mil scope, second focal plane, illuminated reticle. It's got exposed target turrets, and they're pretty good turrets for the price of the scope. They're pretty audible. There's not much play in the turrets, as you can see. It's a pretty good scope. Side focus goes from 10 yards or 50 yards to infinity. Caps are, sorry, I'm getting lined up with the camera here. Caps are they're knurled, so you can really get a bite on them. The overall look of the scope, it's finished very well. No marked dings or nothing that I can see. I mean, there's a couple little pieces here that are not perfect with the eyepiece, but I can live with that. $750 scope, so I'm not really going to complain. Which, for some people, $750 is a lot, and it is a lot of money for a scope. You know, I'd like to have a Night Force or a Smith and Bender, but it's hard to justify $3,000 for a scope. Really, it's a fast focus eyepiece, by the way, so you can get your vertical nice and crisp. The only thing that I can complain about with the scope is the powder ring is really stiff on this scope. I mean, it's like, it's stiff, bad stiff. I mean, if you had to turn this scope a lot in a day, you'd have a sore finger. But I mean, I can live with that, being compared to what it costs versus like a Night Force or a Smith and Bender or US Optics or something of that nature. On your turret and your magnification power ring, you got two little fiber optics that show you where you are, and that's pretty nice. I mean, you know, when you think about it, they didn't really have to put that on there, so it's a nice little touch. When you get it, you'll get the scope, of course, manual, the box, foam inserts, packaging. You'll get, this scope also has zero stops. It's called their CRS zero stop, I think. And it is pretty much just shims, metal shims that go in there, and you can, like, I got it shimmed right now, where it'll stop just a little bit past my zero, which I've not even had this on a rifle yet. Like I said, I plan on putting this on the project I'm still not finished with, but I think for $750 this is a good scope. You know, you gotta remember all the features you're getting with this scope and compare that with other scopes in price range, and it's a good piece of glass. The glass is clear. I don't know how to describe it. It's a little fuzzy at 24, and it gets a little dimmer. But you know, when you're adding in the price on what you get with the scope, and you can't really complain. And the eye relief isn't the best on this scope. You gotta have your eye positioned perfectly in the eye box for you to get like a perfect field of view without like getting a fisheye effect through the scope. But it's something you can live with. In the box, you'll get your zero stops. Like I said, you'll get a Vortex sunshade. Try to get it on there. Which I'm not really a big fan of sunshade, so I don't put it on there. And you have an illuminated reticle. This is the mill reticle. It is, I forgot what they call the reticle. I know they call them MOA, EBR1 MOA reticle, I'm pretty sure, but I forgot what they call the mill. I don't really keep up with it too much. It's got their lifetime something, shit, I don't keep up with it, warranty, or pretty much if anything, whether you're the original owner or not, if anything happens to the scope, send it back, get a brand new one, or one in same or better shape as the one you sent them, or better shape, you know, as long as it's functional. And that's pretty good, being, you know, what you're giving or what you're getting out of this scope and that warranty, because I mean, you want a good warranty. You know, this is a good scope, but things fail, and you know, you always want to be backed up by the manufacturer that they'll fix it if their product fails. And it's 30mm tube, and that's really all I have to say about it. I haven't really, you know, I don't really know how it tracks. Like I said, I haven't got it on a rifle yet, but that'll probably change here in a month or two, and I'll be doing videos on the project. I got a Rock Creek barrel. This scope goes on it. M5 bottom metal, Timney trigger, Knife Force base rings, Badger thruster muzzle brake. I'm sorry, and Badger mini knob, and Manners T4A stock in Gap camo. And I'll be doing a video on that. I might do individual video, like as everything gets put together, because I'm gonna have the rifle sent off to Scout Supply and have the gunsmiths do their work on it, or I might just do a video after it's completed. But if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. There'll be more videos like this to come: gun reviews, cars, optics, gear, ARs, AR parts, knives, you know, you can think of it. I appreciate everybody that watched, and I just wanted to give an honest review for this scope, and I think for the price, this is going to be a hard scope to beat. It's a fine scope, and I think I've never owned the Bushnell ERS, I think it is 6x24, but I've looked through a few of them, and I can say that this is a nicer piece of glass. The eye relief is better on the Bushnell, but overall scope, I think this is a better product than the Bushnell. And I'm not putting down Bushnell, it's a fine rifle scope, but I think that this, for the money, is the best, one of the best scopes, period. Thanks.